At this stage of life, when the body slowly begins to tire, when the breath is no longer the same, and when even medicines reach their limits, a very natural question arises within: what comes next? This is not a question born of fear. It is a question born of experience. Elderly people do not fear death itself. They fear pain, helplessness, and that uncertainty, which no clear words can fully describe. The scriptures do not deny this fear. They say, understand it, because when fear is understood, it begins to transform into strength. The difference between body and consciousness. First, one truth must be understood very clearly. You are not this body. The body is born. It grows. It falls ill. And one day it becomes tired. But the one who is watching all of this is not the body. That is consciousness. When the body becomes weak, we often assume consciousness has become weak as well. This is the greatest mistake. Body and consciousness function on two different levels. The body heals through medicine, but consciousness grows strong through faith, calmness, and chanting. And when consciousness becomes strong, the body often makes one more effort before giving up illness and the fear of death. Most elderly people do not say, I'm afraid of death. They say, I don't want to suffer. I don't want the pain to increase. I don't want to become a burden. This fear is deeply human. The Shiva tradition says, where fear exists, the life force contracts. And where the life force contracts, illness finds its opportunity. That is why the ancient sages did not work directly on the body. They worked on the prana, the life, energy, the science of chanting. Chanting is not a religious obligation. It is a process of breathing. When you chant a mantra, the breath slows down, the heart rate becomes steady, and the brain receives a signal of safety and calm. Modern science calls this the parasympathetic response. The scriptures call it the balancing of prana. When prana is balanced, fear naturally begins to dissolve. This is not a cure, an important truth. This must be said with complete honesty. A mantra is not medicine. It is not a replacement for doctors, but a mantra is a strength that supports the healing process. Often, elderly people give up inwardly, and the body quickly follows the mind surrender. A mantra helps stop that inner collapse. The significance of Rudraksha and the mala. Rudraksha is not a magical stone. It is a tool of remembrance. When you hold a mala in your hand, the fingers begin to move, the mind becomes focused, and wandering thoughts slowly settle. 27 beads, 54 beads, or 108 beads. More important than the number is consistency. Now, about the mantra. Some mantras are not meant for the body. They are meant for fear. This mantra does not claim to stop death. It gently dissolves the fear of death. When fear melts away, a deep peace descends within. And in that peace, Shiva resides. The mantra is Om Ram Jum Sa. This is the Mahamrityunjaya Bij mantra. This mantra does not beg Shiva for life. It asks Shiva for fearlessness. How to chant. Sit or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes. Bring attention to your breath. Hold the mala in your hand. Without strain, chant slowly and gently. If the voice cannot come out, chant silently within. Shiva does not need sound. He responds succinct. The scriptures offer a beautiful insight. When death comes, it takes the body. But if consciousness is calm, it cannot take fear with it. This mantra does not defeat death. It frees you before death arrives.